Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and if you're new here, my name is Lolita.
Ashley.
And we are the founders of Recovery Life Apparel. If you like all things manifestation, being your best self, sober talk, sober curious, then hit the subscribe button and like this video. So we had a request for just some sober tips.
Yeah, like early tips. And so say you are new to the 12-step program, or you're just new to like wellness and a healthy lifestyle. Say you just decided to put down drinking, the drugs have gotten kind of bad, you want them put them out. So whatever the scenario in your life is, we just want to give you some tips on
what's helped us
in the beginning, right? Because in the beginning, it's also new. You're changing your life completely. It's a different lifestyle. So what's worked for us, and some tips. So
sorry, I'm like going to fix this, and I made it worse.
I can't.
So here we go.
So I wrote some stuff down because it was just all in my head. Someone on our TikTok gave us the idea, so I just started writing some stuff down.
Yeah.
Because you have 4 years and I have 1.5, so you try to really think, what was it like in the beginning?
Yeah.
So you want to talk about getting reconnected with other people in recovery, right? And recovery is a broad statement. You can be recovering from a million different things.
I think it's really important to just connect yourself with people that have been where you are currently and have triumphed through that and overcome that. Surround yourself with people that are going to hold you accountable. Especially in early recovery, it's really easy to slip back into old habits and old patterns and like old thought processes.
Because what I hear a lot is nobody understands me. Find people who do. They're out there.
Yeah.
Okay? It might seem a little weird making new friends, but whenever you're making a new friend, trust me, that person, nobody doesn't want more friends. That person is more open to you than you think.
Yeah.
Invite them for a cup of coffee, Go into some of these Zoom meetings that they have now and, try to connect with people in your area. Because there's meetings for everything.
Even on social media.
Just social media who they're just other like-minded people.
There's so many people on social media. Go into Instagram and type in the hashtag sober or eating disorders or whatever it is. And like you will find people that are using those hashtags that you can connect with if you're not comfortable going into a 12-step meeting.
Okay, so this one is big for me, okay? Do not replace an old addiction with a new one, okay? Don't be hard on yourself because in the beginning they say, it's okay, you overindulge in some things, but be very careful with that for the people who tell you, oh, it's okay because as long as you're not drinking, or as long as you're not doing drugs, or as long as you're not in that toxic relationship anymore, do whatever you want. I don't think that's very good advice, okay?
We can expound on that a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean that's our opinion too. So here we go with this.
Well, right, because when I say that I don't think it's good advice, I just think that they're just very proud of you and they just want you to not go back to that old way.
Yeah.
But I also think that doesn't give you an accountability,
and it can really form unhealty habits that you're gonna have to later untrain yourself.
So, we
are powerful. We're capable of tackling things.
We don't have to fall into a whole bunch of other negative things.
Yeah.
To replace something that was already negative. You've made a very, very intense choice.
Yeah.
So you're very strong. You don't need to replace it with other things to make up for something.
That are going to
ultimately... You're obviously ready to change your entire life. So change it in the good way.
Right. So if you start eating or shopping and then now you put yourself in another position to feel like shit about yourself.
Because in the beginning you said, oh, well, it's okay, to just shop all the time, or it's okay to just eat all the time because I'm not using or drinking
or
anymore,
whatever.
Or whatever you're recovering from. No, it's really not going to help you. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Obviously don't guilt and shame yourself. We have mishaps, you get really bored one weekend, you might spend too much money than you should have, but you don't just wave it off and say, oh, it's okay. You fix it. You don't do that. You say, you be aware. Okay, I made that mistake. I don't want to fall into a new addiction. So, just cut it right off. So try to fill that hole with positive things, something that benefits you, right? Because working out, trying new hobbies, fellowshipping, those are things you can feel good about doing too much of, right? Balance, though, is the most important thing.
And then I want to also touch on filling that hole with either a power greater than yourself, if you already believe in God, whatever you choose to call it. It's different for everybody.
Yep.
Just connect to something bigger than you. Okay, that's really, I think, very important.
Right, because we don't want to we got to give it up to something, or we're just going to get stuck in our own loop of a circle in our head. I've dealt with that a lot.
Yeah.
So, okay. So learn more about yourself, right? Learn more about yourself.
That's a confidence building.
Yes.
Yes.
It's easy to say, right? But you can try, as everyone always says, journaling, right? But scripting. We have a whole video
On scripting, go check it
and
out.
manifesting, okay? Look into astrology, meditate, explore the self-help and wellness movement. It is huge.
Yeah.
Find something that resonates
There's
with
so,
you.
it's such
They're
a
so
broad,
vast.
it's so broad.
There's so much out there that you don't even know, and you can say, wow, I like the way they think. I like the way that makes me feel. I'm interested in that. Being interested in something is powerful. You're interested in something, you're out of your mind, you're out of your own head, you are fulfilling another little piece of that whole with like interest, self-interest, right? So, very, very important. Educate yourself about your addiction.
Hello.
What are you learn about the disease, right? Because you are more equipped to handle something that you fully understand. The science behind it, the theories behind it, the patterns that may, I mean, if you read about it and you educate it, they can tell you, like, these are kind of some patterns that you might run into.
Yeah.
These are some defects that, might be in your personality. And it's like,
And
that goes along with learning about yourself.
And you can prepare too, are you a candidate for acute post-withdrawal?
Right.
So prepare yourself that, like, I might feel like shit in a couple months.
That happened to me when I first got clean, and I had no idea why all of a sudden I felt like I was like in my first week of recovery again, and she educated me very quickly, but you might not have somebody that knows about it. So,
well, it's important. No, well, that because
but educate yourself is what I'm saying.
Right, but we spoke on that in the beginning. If you want a chance at success, you can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. Good point.
Let's
just say, fuck being an addict in any route in your life. We need connection. Love, like, we need connection to thrive. Okay, why do you think people that go in isolation be losing their minds? Okay, so like, if you think that you could do anything in life on your own, but you're real confused, and like, good luck. Okay, so it's very humbling to say, you know what, I can't do it on my own. I need the help of other people, and plug in, and you will have, your chances of success are going to be that much greater if you just plug in with people. So yeah, you could find someone.
You don't even, and see, the thing is, you don't even realize it at first, but you'll realize it later. Because I realize now, as we just talked about this, is, I guess if I hadn't stayed connected with Lolita and I just went and said, thanks for getting me into detox, bye bitch, I can do this on my own. I wouldn't have known, right? So I have somebody there who had information that I didn't. It's okay to learn from others. And so we want to close this with talking about being
open and
honest, right?
Willing.
What does that look like? Right. That looks like drop the ego. Right. That looks like we've done a lot of manipulating probably, and we've done a lot of like lies to protect ourselves.
Be open and taking suggestions.
It actually feels really good to say, oh, that was shitty, or I just thought something that like maybe wasn't like the best, and like I want to tell you about it. And it's really cool to almost tell people about like your defects and maybe some things you did in your past, because you will find that you're human, and so are they.
Yeah.
And then they'll tell you something
that
about them,
done,
and you can relate. And it's like,
you don't feel like
okay
shit.
to have made mistakes. It's okay to get really, really fucking honest. And be honest, especially in early recovery or early sobriety. Just be honest with your feelings so you can mitigate and process them. I think the more honest we are, the closer we get to becoming or reintroducing the person that we're supposed to be to ourselves. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? I think like too, and it's like, this is like, I don't know if it's a controversial tip, but I think go for it when you first are in recovery. I don't think that you need to be like super like, oh, I gotta just take it easy and just focus on like one thing. Yes, focus on your recovery, but like, it's okay to go for it. I think that it's more helpful than anything, right? To just jump right into life. We've missed enough. Right? Facts. It's okay if you do want to take it slow. My boyfriend took it slow, okay?
Everybody's process.
He didn't go for it for like 2 years. But I'm different. I decided to go for it like right away. So just saying, it's just my advice to say that it is okay. Yeah. Because everybody's path is different. I think it's important. Let me just go back to that connecting piece.
because you'll be able to bounce your ideas and say, oh, I'm feeling like I want to do this or whatever. And then you'll be able to have like the feedback of people and the suggestion piece, you know, so just kind of and you're gonna make mistakes in the beginning, and you're gonna learn real quick what feels good and what doesn't.
Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. It's okay to say no to something. It's okay to quit something. It's okay to start something right away. Like, it's all okay.
Oh, toxic situations. And then I think we'll wrap up with that, right? Like, the sooner you can cut out toxic situations in your life, the better.
Right.
The literal, actual better that your whole life will be, and you'll feel better about yourself.
Right.
It might be very difficult in the beginning, but like, you got to sever that toxicity. I don't care if it's your fucking parents. I don't care who it is. Get away from it. Run from it. You cannot change in the same environment that made you sick.
If you are watching this and you have decided to make this change in your life, trust me, you are ready to do the other things. It will all fall into place.
It will.
We promise.
It will.
It will.
And I think we're good.